Booker is here. No longer part of Chase U. Instead, he is a part of the Nightmare Factory, and he's doing some pretty amazing things for sure. He's been all over the wrestling world, and now he makes his debut here in Southern Honor Wrestling.
And what a look. I'm telling you, this guy's got the pedigree right here.
He certainly does. He's an absolute star, former college football standout, D1 linebacker, and he's ready to do something amazing here in his debut.
And his opponents.
Of course, Booker spending a lot of time lately at the Nightmare Factory, and one of his trainers, the head trainer, head coach, making his way out to the ring, returning to the Action Building.
QT Marshall, one of the most decorated men in this business, not just because of what he has done in the ring, but because of what he's done outside of the ring. Being the head trainer right now over at the Nightmare Factory, and we know the laundry list of amazing students that have come out of the Nightmare Factory, that have found themselves all over the wrestling world. Tonight it is literally student versus teacher.
And you saw how hyped up Brady Booker was coming out here. We saw him backstage. I mean, he is excited to be making his debut here tonight at SHW 61.
And how amazing is it to have the legendary QT Marshall, who of course most recently held the AAA Latin American Championship. He's in the best shape of his life right now, and here he is in an SHW ring.
And as you mentioned, teacher versus student, this one's going to be good. We're still coming off of the buzz of the last match that we just saw and the chaos that took place in front of us here as we catch our breath and collect our thoughts. And there's the bell for this singles matchup.
So this is so interesting when you start thinking about teacher versus student, how familiar these two must be with each other already. And you've got to wonder, you know, it's what, oh wow. And starting right there with an arm drag.
Brady Booker shouting out all the Brodies in the crowd. A little talk with the crowd here in the Action Building. Brady Booker needs to focus on his opponent if I were him.
Especially when it's your teacher. Because here's the thing, the teacher knows everything about the student, but it's rare that the student knows everything about the teacher.
How about this? A lot of interaction with the crowd here that I wasn't anticipating in this matchup.
Absolutely. The crowd is very, very vocal, but now they lock up. And, you know, you got to think about, I wonder, with all of the things that are...
What a back return there from Booker. Man.
And you got to think, Brady Booker has got to think something special about, hey, I get to get one up on my teacher. It's something that every student has ever wanted to be able to do. Every student at some point feels like they can surpass the teacher. Can Brady do that here tonight?
Look at QT. QT's going to step outside here. I was going to ask this young man in the front row for some advice here.
I love this. Absolutely love this. And you've got to think to yourself, you know, does Brady Booker really think that this is class right now?
All I know is QT apparently got a bit of a game plan from that young man in the front row, so he's back in the ring, gonna send Booker across into the ropes, looking for a trip there. And a picture-perfect drop kick from QT Marshall.
You know, if you're ever talking about the top 5 drop kicks in the pro wrestling business, you have to mention QT Marshall in that list.
Followed up with that delayed scoop slam, gonna send Booker to the ropes. Booker, wisely though, like it or not, the fans don't like it, but he's stepping outside, gonna catch his breath.
Very wise move by Brady Booker. Now, I'm not sure how he'll feel about this, but Brady Booker, you know, physically somewhat reminds me of a great Dan Spivey. Just very tall, muscular, long hair, very athletic. Let's see if he can have that kind of career.
It looked like Booker was trying to get over there and get in the ear of the young man in the front row, but
I wonder if that young man would offer them both the same advice.
I don't know.
See if he's his own wise man.
The advice might have been get back in the ring and lock up already.
In that case, it would be sound advice.
Here they go, collar and elbow as QT taking the big man back in the corner. But with the referee distracted, a cheap shot there from Brady Booker.
Oh, boy.
That straight right hand takes down the teacher.
You know, you kind of wonder in a student versus teacher scenario, you know, would both be respectful of each other. But in this case, we're seeing Brady Booker kind of throwing all of the niceties out of the window, and he's kind of putting the boots right now to his teacher.
Coach QT down in the corner. Brady Booker going to help him back up. Going to send him face first into the top turnbuckle.
You know, you got to wonder at what point does someone like Brady Booker not look at QT as Coach QT and instead look at him as an opponent, someone who stands in the way of him moving up the ladder in the wrestling business.
That's right. We're not in the Nightmare Factory right now. This isn't training camp right
exactly.
now. I mean, we are in the Action Building. It's SHW 61. Got a huge crowd on hand, as always.
Absolutely. The lights are on bright.
Absolutely. Now, to your point, GB, you got to treat this as an opponent.
Whoa!
Not as a practice match with my coach, as Booker just turned QT inside out in the corner.
Practice? What's practice?
We're talking about practice.
We're talking about practice?
Oh, look out. Pin attempt here. Lateral press.
Oh, but there is a clear rookie mistake there, not hooking the leg of his teacher. Oh, he says he's got something for us.
Let's get him chopping, Broddy! Yeah!
You talked about the football background from Brady Booker. Here's a little football practice drills here.
Certainly is.
Splash after splash after splash. There's another big one, but this time QT got the knees up just in time.
Again, the teacher knows everything about the student, and so the teacher had to have known that this was in the student's playbook. Great move there by QT Marshall.
We talked about it on the pre-show, GB. You mentioned QT taught Brady everything Brady knows, but not everything that QT knows.
That's right, and now we're learning that here. Oh, big clothesline there from QT. And now the pace is starting to quicken, and this certainly favors QT Marshall. Look at this.
Off the rope, step up into Geary. Nice move there.
Now Marshall clearly learned that while he spent 99 days as the AAA Latin American champion. Strong reach of influences there.
You see what he's calling for?
Oh, yes.
And the crowd here in the Action Building are very familiar with DDP and the Diamond Cutter.
Absolutely.
Can he connect? No, not quite.
Oh!
Big time power slam from Brady Booker. Hooks the outside leg.
Whoa!
And just barely QT able to kick out.
The mood certainly changed. What a great counter there by Brady Booker. And Booker seems to be getting more and more aggressive as this match progresses.
Up on the shoulders goes Coach QT. QT gonna slip off, look for a roll up here. Pin attempt, will it be enough? And
It's a schoolboy!
How about that? QT.
But wait!
I think QT might have had a handful of trucks. I think Brady Booker might have a valid argument here.
Yeah, I wish there was a replay because I think my eyes saw
Look at this.
Yeah.
QT says he's too smart. You got to be smart.
And this goes back to what we said. Brady Booker was obviously not taught that particular technique, but that was laying definitely strong in the arsenal of the teacher, QT Marshall.
QT Marshall teaching his student a lesson here.
Oh, how cool is this?
And how about this moment for this fan in the front row?
It's a moment he'll never forget, I'm sure of that.
What a moment, what a match, what a debut for Brady Booker, although it did not turn out in his favor.
Huge win there for QT Marshall, who continues to do great things.
Hey, we know that guy.
Yes. And we like him.
A big win there for QT Marshall.
Absolutely.
And great respect from the crowd here. High-fiving both competitors. Man, what a matchup. What a show.
Absolutely a fantastic show. A great debut, of course, for Brady Booker. But tonight, the night belongs to QT Marshall. Hopefully we see Brady Booker back here. I'd like to see that.
Absolutely.